Seton also brought up something that if you have a theme song, like the Red Sox have Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond is from Brooklyn. And Seton said this yesterday. He goes, shouldn't you, if you use a song, it should be from a person who is from your city or maybe your state? Is that fair kind of caricature of what we're trying to come up with here, Seton?
Yeah, I think so. Like, that the White Stripes song Seven Nation Army is used in, I bet, 95% of sports stadiums across the world, which must be amazing for Jack White to see, because that's pretty incredible. But I always kind of feel like if I was a fan of a Detroit team, I would be like, that's our song, though. White Stripes are from Detroit. That's our song. So we should be the ones using that. Like, a lot of people use Enter Sandman. Well, Enter Sandman, Metallica as a band, they're from most associated with San Francisco.
Huh.
So I feel like San Francisco teams should be able to use Enter Sandman. Maybe Los Angeles has a little bit of a claim there too, because they did form in Los Angeles but moved to San Francisco. Think about all of the great music from Chicago or from Atlanta. Those teams should be able to use those songs exclusively, and I don't know that other areas should be able to use them.
All right, like Outkast, Hey Ya. That should only be Atlanta teams. That's the only ones who can use that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, John Denver is not from West Virginia.
Correct.
But he sings about West Virginia.
All right, this is another wrinkle. This is another wrinkle to it. If the song is about the place, then maybe they should be allowed to use that, right? West Virginia absolutely should be able to use Country Road, even if John Denver is not from West Virginia.
But then Rocky Mountain High, Colorado, I don't think John's from Colorado, is he?
I think his
last name's Denver.
Yeah, I mean, his name is John Denver. Like, we're not going to...
I think that's his real name. I don't know. I mean, is anyone more Colorado than John Denver?
He was born Henry John Duschendorf, the Jr.
Whoa, the third.
I think it's Dusseldorf.
Sure looks like Duschendorf.
Well,
Henry John Duschendorf Jr.
I would change my name to John Denver.
Just call me John Denver.
Where's he from?
New Mexico.
Okay.
Born in New Mexico. That's a little bit like Scarface, where he's like, Tony Montana. Just call me Tony Montana. It's John Denver.
Yeah, Paulie.
But here's the issue. Go back to Enter Sandman, which is used a lot. Cal football was sleeping. Cal football didn't use Enter Sandman, and Virginia Tech scooped it up like in 2002 or something.
Yeah, they're going to have to give that back.
They have to give that back?
They do, yeah.
Yeah,
the Yankees can't use Enter
The
Sandman.
Hokies are not going to like that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for them. They're going to have to stick to, Virginia artists.
Wow.
Yeah, this is, we got to inform some teams and some cities that they have to give back some songs here. Yes, Marvin.
So does Wisconsin have to give back Jump Around by House of Pain?
Definitely.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah,
Definitely.
No, they do.
And
No, they
the
do.
Killers, sorry, that goes straight to Nevada, specifically, I guess Vegas, right? They're from Las Vegas. But I'll give it to the whole state. I think Reno should be able to use Killers, too. Some of it is state-specific, some of it is city-specific. We're workshopping it still. But.
Okay. Yes, Paul?
I did some light research. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been using the song Renegade by the perpetually underrated Styx since 2002, and they play it between the third and fourth quarter, and everyone gets pumped up to Renegade. Styx is a true Chicago band. All the guys are from Chicago. But if Chicago sports teams never grabbed Renegade, it's you snooze, you lose. But not according to your new policy.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to give that back. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh. Right.
Okay.
All right, this is another question. Weeks just sent this one in. What about thematically appropriate songs like Oklahoma City, Thunder using Thunderstruck by AC/DC? This has a lot of wrinkles to it. One, they're an Australian band.
Yeah. So they have no affiliation with really any city, any state.
None that would be relevant to this discussion. However, a thematically appropriate song, that's another thing that's worth discussing. The name is in the title.
Yeah.
And you're taking it from another country, so our country has no dibs on it.
Yeah, I think it's got to stay in Australia, personally, but...
What?
Oh, wow. Tupac is from Harlem. He was born in Harlem. but then California Love.
Yeah, West Coast is going to have some trouble with that one. Sorry. You're going to have to just stick with Dre only.
I don't want to get
Yeah, I'm
involved in
gonna
that
have
debate.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that heat.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Back to East Coast, West Coast beef.
That's it.
Yeah, we don't need any more of that. New York State of Mind. Is everybody from New York there? Alicia Keys, is she from New York?
She is.
Yeah, I believe
I
she's
think
from
she
New
is.
York. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sinatra, Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah, sorry.
Does that count? New York, New York?
All right, well, that's the name, though. But, New Jersey gets Bon Jovi. We get Bruce Springsteen. We get a lot. So it's going to be, the Devils, Rutgers, and Seton Hall are going to have great soundtracks.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marvin.
Can the Raiders use Viva Las Vegas?
Why not?
Almost like John Denver.
Yeah,
Country
name is
Roads?
in the title.
Okay.
I think you can
Yeah.
use it.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
all right. Yeah.
But that's it, though.
Are you the commissioner of this?
I think so. Yeah. Thus far, I'm the one that stepped up to raise
it.
this issue.
I like it. I like it. Great Friday topic. Yes, Paul?
I just double-checked, and the great 70s, 80s band Journey is from San Francisco, and their song Don't Stop Believin' has been used by the White Sox, I think, in '05, just for like a temporary. But isn't a line in the song born and raised in South Detroit? The Detroit Red Wings used that song for many years, Don't Stop
Okay.
Believin'. So it's been used by multiple teams.
Yeah.
And presidential campaigns as well.
Right.
Yes, Todd?
If Billy Joel was born in Mississippi, would we have a problem with that great song, New York State of Mind? Would that be somehow awkward if they were playing that at Yankee Stadium with the Garden? Hey, you're from Mississippi. What are you singing New York State of Mind about?
Yeah, probably. Maybe somebody would say, what's he know about New York? He's from Mississippi. Yes, he.
So this is all mostly tongue-in-cheek. However, if you think about what we were just talking about with Madison Square Garden, right, and you're trying to think about that as an intimidating place to play, or you're trying to think of it as a place like, wow, we're actually at the Garden. When you walk in there and you hear music that's only from New York or whatever, and the culture and the sounds and everything, I think it would be way more impactful than walking in and hearing like, oh, look, they play that song too. Oh, look, they're doing Seven Nation Army too. Look, wow, that's cool. But I bet if you went to a place in Detroit and it's the only place that the whole crowd was doing that, you would be like, this is sick. It's like almost like the homogenization, I guess, of everything. Everywhere is exactly the same. There's really no difference between playing in LA, New York, Boston, Oklahoma City, whatever. Everybody, we all wear the same t-shirt. It's just this color, and it's all the exact same thing. But if you were able to tap into the local culture and things that made it special, I think it would actually help the game. Back after this.
Yes, Todd?
It also gets tricky when all of a sudden a song gets attached to a certain player, like Enter Sandman. That's obviously been used before with teams and players. But when something happens that's so iconic, when that's Mariano Rivera, doesn't that become weird after that? How could anyone really play that when it seems like it's Mariano Rivera's coming into the game song?
It was. Yeah.
Like for now on, like anyone that plays it, it's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
when Mario Rivera came out. It'd be weird to use that for any other pitcher or player, I think.
Yeah. Well, once again, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek. I don't know if we're going to be able to enforce this.
I'd like to consider enforcement on this.
There are people who took it very seriously.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
On social
like,
media?
Okay, hold on. There's no way to actually do this, so let's just
Oh, really?
start
You
there.
got a little,
Yeah.
little blowback there.
First of all, how can you not even mention Grateful Dead? You're like, oh, okay, sorry. I rattled off 3 bands that I could think of from San Francisco real quick. I didn't go through the whole catalog.
We could do Counting Crows. They're
could.
from San
Round
Francisco.
here.
Round here. Round here. Yes, Paul.
Seton, you said the Killers are from where?
I believe
Las
they're from
Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Okay, and Michigan football uses Mr. Brightside by the Killers as a pump-up song, which, by the way, might be the softest of all pump-up songs. I don't think, like, if I'm going to crack someone between the numbers, I don't pop the Killers on. It's a fun song.
Yeah, but I don't know if Sweet Caroline
No.
really, is going to get you started on a 7th-inning stretch at Fenway.
Right, I'm not going buzzing the tower on someone because I heard
Yeah.
Neil Diamond. No way.
So good. So good.
So good.
You know, it's been an interesting part of this, actually, is that I've learned a lot of things just reading through the comment section of this video that I posted. Almost everyone is sick of hearing Seven Nation Army at sporting events. almost universally. Boston fans are very happy to give Sweet Caroline away to anyone who will take it. That's the overwhelming sentiment. I did a thing about like Oakland versus San Francisco, and like some bands like who gets to claim MC Hammer and Too Short. Those are Oakland artists, But it's the Bay Area. People also reminding me that Oakland really doesn't have any teams anymore.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Wow. Way too soon.
That's not very nice.
Are there any popular bands in West Sacramento?
Yeah, they still have the Oakland roots, I guess. Let's see, what else? A lot of people were discovering that they live in areas that don't really support the arts because they were like, whoa, I live in this place. We don't have any bands. Like, well, you might want to support the arts a little more then, I guess.
Trevor Hoffman came into Hell's Bells. We okay with that? I mean, AC/DC in San Diego. I'm sure they toured there, but he came in with Hell's Bells.